Hello all, welcome to yet another dashboard. This is Tableau Tarzan, and in this dashboard we will be looking at how to create this music recommendation dashboard. So in the previous episode you have already seen how I had created the dashboard, and here I've made few changes. So let me show you how I've made this. How is it a dynamic dashboard, right? So you're seeing that these are similar songs to whichever is a selected track. So first let's see if I'm not able to filter the song, but that's fine. But what I'll do is I'll select one of these tracks, right? Let me select yes, Sunflower Spider-Man. And what you're seeing on the bottom left, you're seeing that the parameters have changed. So now I'll put those, like the numbers which are there for this Sunflower Spider-Man, into this, right? So and it's very simple. I'm just typing the numbers, then tab, and then the new number. So now you're seeing that now these are one, two, three, seven songs where which are similar to the song that is selected, the Sunflower Spider-Man, right? So that's how this is. Um, so let me start off with creating a new file. So I'm going to show you how I've created this entire dashboard. So I'm taking a new file, and let me also show you how the data set looks like. Right, so let's just wait for it to come. Yes, so this is part of that Onyx data DNA challenge, and here they give you the Spotify data. So here it is. So let's see what all we have. We have the track name, artist count, released year, released month, release day, in Spotify playlists, streams, right, in Apple Play. So there's a lot of information here. But again, if we take in everything, there won't be any space, right? So we want to take only the ones that are important. The cover URL is basically your image URLs. So that is this. So now we are starting with creating a new. We're starting with taking the data, and since this is an Excel data, we have chosen Excel, and then we have navigated to the place where it is. So in that Excel, there were two sheets. One was data dictionary and one is Spotify datasets. So all you have to do is drag the sheet that you want into the blank area here, and then the data gets loaded. Right. So we are seeing all of the data is there. Now covered URL, it automatically takes it as a string. So we need to change that to image URL. And yes, so this is all ready. So let's now get into the creating of all the charts. So the first what we'll do is we'll create the overall numbers, which would be the total number of tracks, total number of streams, right, and the what's the total number of artists. So let's start with number of streams. So the number of streams is a simple way of doing it. Like you just have sum of streams, and there's uh, this is it. Like instead of a bar, I want it in a numeric, so I've put it this way. Yeah, I want it, the number is huge, right? So there's no, I want to put it in billions, and it's a small number right now, so I'll make this into 20. The font size is 20. Great, this looks good, but I don't want the name to be title, like the title shouldn't be like this. So I'll create this. So this is total streams is fine, but I want it on top. I'll hide the one which is in quotes and put it in entire view. Fine. So this looks good. Now I'll have to do the same thing for artists and track name, but instead of doing it all over, let me just duplicate the sheet. That way the format and everything is there, and all I will have to do is change the uh, field that is inside. So track name, I don't want the names, I want the count distinct. That is here, and duplicate this. This will be artists, and now with respect to artists, we'll have to ensure a few. like we'll have to do another filter. I'll show you. So when I'm saying count this text, it shows 644, but it's not like there are 644 artists, unique artists. What's happening is that there are some places, some songs where there are multiple artists singing for the same track, right? So it considers this multiple artist as one unique value. Let me do one thing. Let me sort this, and then you'll be able to see this better. Yeah, see, so Bad Bunny and Bad Bunny, comma Eladio Carry On is considered a like two distinct, different artists. Now we don't want that, right? We want artists as an individual artist itself. So what I'll do is I will filter out where the artist count is uh, one. I'll filter out where it is more than two or more. So only where at most one. So that way I'll have only those artists who have come just once. So there are 301 artists, unique artists. Total tracks, artists. And yeah, so now let's create a new sheet. Now here we will start with the key bar thing. So uh, for each key, how many tracks were there? And now you see there's one. This is one way of doing it where I'll put this in here, and then in the measure I'll do count distinct, and then change that into uh, put that in text. Or another way is using right click. I'm dragging the same track name into the space, and I'm selecting count distinct, and I want bars, so I've selected bars instead of the number. I'll put this in entire view, and I want to reduce the space between the bars. I do not like the white space, so I'm going to increase the size. So that's this. I'll remove the grid lines, so that's right click, format, and I'll go to columns, and then grid lines, none, right? So that is this. I'll have to think about whether I want to keep this access or not, because if the numbers are already there, I probably don't require the access. But anyway, we'll come to that. We will come to that. So I'm naming this key bar, and then now to the next chart. So here I will make the chart that says like for each track and artist, like for each track, what were the number of streams, right? And I don't want it in a numerical form. I want it with bars. So this is fine, but I want it sorted so that I can see which one is the number one. But as I'm sorting, it is first arranging by artist and then by track name, because it understands the hierarchy. So I'll just bring track name first and see. Here you have it ready. I'm not liking these lines, so I'm going to format and say that like remove lines, which is basically within rows. I'll need to say that the row divider be none, right? And the grid lines, I do not want the grid lines, so columns in none. Fine, this looks good. I'll come back to whether the access is required or not. If I uncheck the show header, it'll remove the access. But then I'll when creating the dashboard, I'll see whether we have to create the remove it or not. So this numbers are huge, so I'm going to change it to the billions. So nothing here happened to the numbers in the bars, but what happened was I changed it in the axis and not the pane. So let me select pane and number and billions. Okay, so this will be track metrics. All right, so now I'll create uh, the one that shows that like for each track, what is the echo thickness, the um, BPM, danceability, all of these metrics, energy, instrumentalness, liveness, speechiness, and valence. So again, the numbers is not what I would like, and it's never you know advisable to use numbers. It's always advisable to use bars because it gives you an instant understanding of which one is high, which one is low, without having to mentally calculate where it is high and low. So this looks good. So I have all. So now it is very comparable. Like you can easily say which one is more, which one is less, because all the tracks are beside each other and all the um, what's it called? The metrics are beside each other. I'll name this to track streams, and this will be. So I've duplicated this because I need one more of this, right? Because there's one um, chart that has only for one track, right? So I'll create this will be for that one track, and this is similar songs. So now let's bring it all over. Now I'll have to create the parameters. So the way the underlying thing about how I'm using that similar songs is I'm creating an RMSE score, right? RMSE stands for root mean square error. So for that, I'll first need to create parameters because from the parameters, it'll create the root mean square. And for acoustic, I'm saying like add values from the acoustic percentage, whatever was there within that range, it should only be within that, right? So then BPM also, this data type should be integer, range, add values from BPM, right? So then what else? Another parameter, this is for danceability. Range and add values from danceability percent. So these values are auto populated. That minimum is 23, maximum is 96. So that way the user cannot select any random number. It cannot be zero, it cannot be infinity, it has to be within this range. Energy percent 9 to 97%. Instrumentalness integer, and then bring range, add values from instrumental percentage, instrumentalness percentage. Yeah, I'll just call it instrumental. Then what else is there? I think after this, liveness, speechiness, streams, liveness, speechiness, and valence. So this will be part one of the uh, dashboard. Yeah, in this, I'll be creating how, like, what is the engine behind it, like what is the mechanism that I'm using to create the recommendation engine, right? And then in the next video, we will do the beautification, speechiness. So yes. range, add values from paginess 2 to 64. Balance. Now finally this is the last one. Integer, range, add values from balance. All right. Great. Everything is ready. Now we will create the dashboard. Oh, we have to create the calculated field first. RMSE, yes. And then what is RMSE? It's your uh, root mean square error, right? So here I'll not have to mean anything, but I will have to like, square the differences between the like what we are selecting, like what parameter we are giving, and the selected songs value. So I'm squaring it all, like the difference between what was selected minus the parameter. It's acoustic percentage minus acoustic, BPM minus BPM, danceability minus the danceability parameter, all of these. So so the one that you're seeing in orange or yellow is will be from the filtered value, and the one that's in purple is our parameter value. I've squared it all. Now I have to square root it. So the bracket goes here, another bracket goes here. Okay. Yes, so now I have to filter the track names, right? So I'm going to use control, hold on control and put it in filter, use all, and then I'll say top, and by field, I want bottom 10 by RMSE, and 10 is enough, or I'll just say 7. All right, apply. Okay. So now, right now it's based on all the sum of everything, I think, but let's see, we'll go and we'll now make the dashboard. Great. So I'll say fixed size custom generic desktop, and I'll yes, now this is, I'll start with the key bar, and then the track streams go beside it, similar songs will go below it, and I don't require this container because the colors anyway are just beside it, so you don't require it separately. Song metrics here, again not required. Great. And what else? Let me put the overalls above, and then tracks, and then artists. I'll just change these things here and there. I don't require the titles, so I'm going to remove the titles from all this. Hmm. Okay, so now all of this is there, like the overalls are on top. And yes, so now with using this track streams, we'll filter. But if I'm clicking here, you see the similar songs is becoming blank, and song metrics, everything is changing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to dashboard actions, and I'm going to edit this filter. All right, and I'll say stream, no, track stream filter. I just need it to filter the song metrics chart. And I'll say keep filtered values and say okay. Yeah, let's call it song metrics filter. Okay. So if I click on this now, yes, only this, the metrics of only this song is coming. And I need the labels so that this is fine, but let me, I do not want the decimals, so let me change that. Format fields and measure values, pane and numbers and number standard. So number standard means that there won't be any decimals. I don't require the access. I don't require the access here as well, because all we are not really interested in what their numbers actually are. We just want to see how similar they are and all. Right, so that is this. Here I'll say fit height. Oh, the parameters, yes. Let's add in all the parameters. Then energy, instrumental, liveness, speechiness, and balance. Now, in these parameters, I don't really require the slider, so I'll just say type in like this. What it'll also do is it'll reduce the space, and yeah, I require it to reduce the space so that it's all in one place. And balance. Great. Let me bring this right beside the song metric so that it's easy to understand that like this is what this is. And I'll just put a mhm. The OCD in me is not allowing me to just work on the engine. I want to make this a bit beautiful before I just jump into the engine. This is too big. Let me change this. Yeah, let me put in a title here, and I'll call it parameters. 20, 15, too big. Alright, this is better. So I'll just make it such that it's all in the same line, more or less. I'll fit to height, fit height, and anything else. It's all right. So now let's see the working of this. I've selected Dance Monkey, and I want similar songs to that. So now, because of Dance Monkey, the song metrics has changed, and I'm going to change the parameters according to what are there in the song metrics. So this is liveness is 18, and then speechiness is 10, and balance is 54, right? So nice. So all of it is now, it's all filtered, and you got 7 other songs which are very similar to this. So Love, Nuanti, Best, so all of the girls you loved before, or True. A lot of these songs I do not know at all. Let's see other songs. Oh, there's Lovely by Billie Eilish. I like this song. Let's see songs similar to this, right? So there's 93. This is 115, this is 35, this is 30, 0, 10, 3, 12. All right, so what do we have? This is All of Me. I think this is by John Legend. Bored, never heard of it. Mm, Falling. Sparks. Not sure. But anyway, this is how this is, and I hope you like this dashboard. I will see you in the next episode where we are beautifying this. Thank you and have a wonderful day.